Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The discipline dealing with the art or science of applying scientific knowledge to practical problems. Machinery and equipment developed from engineering or other applied sciences. The application of the knowledge and usage of tools, such as machines or utensils, and techniques to control one's environment. The mastery of fire was a huge advance in human technology. The discipline dealing with the art or science of applying scientific knowledge to practical problems. The discipline dealing with the art or science of applying scientific knowledge to practical problems. He had trouble deciding which branch of engineering to study. A room, as on a ship, in which the engine is located. The practical application of technical and scientific knowledge to commerce or industry. The discipline dealing with the art or science of applying scientific knowledge to practical problems. A branch of knowledge. A branch of knowledge. A branch of knowledge. The area over which a bailiff has jurisdiction. A branch of knowledge. In what discipline is his doctorate? Develop, a child's or animal's, behavior by instruction and practice, especially to teach self-control. Parents must discipline their children. The act of disciplining. The offenders deserved the harsh discipline they received. Punish in order to gain control or enforce obedience. The teacher disciplined the pupils rather frequently. A system of rules of conduct or method of practice. He quickly learned the discipline of prison routine. The trait of being well behaved. He insisted on discipline among the troops. Training to improve strength or self-control. A branch of knowledge. A particular kind of commercial enterprise. They are outstanding in their field. The area that is visible, as through an optical instrument. A particular environment or walk of life. The space around a radiating body within which its electromagnetic oscillations can exert force on another similar body not in contact with it. A piece of land prepared for playing a game. The home crowd cheered when Princeton took the field. A place where planes take off and land. Extensive tract of level open land. He longed for the fields of his youth. A region where a battle is being, or has been, fought. They made a tour of Civil War battlefields. A region in which active military operations are in progress. The army was in the field awaiting action. A geographic region, land or sea, under which something valuable is found. The diamond fields of South Africa. All of the horses in a particular horse race. All the competitors in a particular contest or sporting event. Answer adequately or successfully. The lawyer fielded all questions from the press. A piece of land cleared of trees and usually enclosed. He planted a field of wheat. Catch or pick up balls in baseball or cricket. Computer science, a set of one or more adjacent characters comprising a unit of information. Mathematics, a set of elements such that addition and multiplication are commutative and associative and multiplication is distributive over addition and there are two elements 0 and 1. The set of all rational numbers as a field. Play as a fielder. Select, a team or individual player, for a game. The Buckeyes fielded a young new quarterback for the Rose Bowl. Somewhere, away from a studio or office or library or laboratory, where practical work is done or data is collected. Anthropologists do much of their work in the field. A branch of knowledge. A branch of knowledge. Anthropology is the study of human beings. Give careful consideration to. Applying the mind to learning and understanding a subject, especially by reading. No schools offer graduate study in interior design. Attentive consideration and meditation. Preliminary drawing for later elaboration. Think intently and at length, as for spiritual purposes. He is meditating in his study. Learn by reading books. He is studying geology in his room. A detailed critical inspection. A written document describing the findings of some individual or group. This accords with the recent study by Hill and Dale. Be a student of a certain subject. Consider in detail and subject to an analysis in order to discover essential features or meaning. A composition intended to develop one aspect of the performer's technique. A study in spiccato bowing. A room used for reading and writing and studying. He knocked lightly on the closed door of the study. A state of deep mental absorption. She is in a deep study. Be a student. Follow a course of study. Be enrolled at an institute of learning. Someone who memorizes quickly and easily, as the lines for a part in a play. He is a quick study. A branch of knowledge. Teachers should be well trained in their subject. Possibly accepting or permitting. The time is fixed by the director and players and therefore subject to much variation. A person who owes allegiance to that nation. A monarch has a duty to his subjects. Being under the power or sovereignty of another or others. Subject peoples. Make subservient. Force to submit or subdue. The subject matter of a conversation or discussion. He didn't want to discuss that subject. Something, a person or object or scene, selected by an artist or photographer for graphic representation. A moving picture of a train is more dramatic than a still picture of the same subject. A person who is subjected to experimental or other observational procedures. Someone who is an object of investigation. The subjects for this investigation were selected randomly. Some situation or event that is thought about. He had been thinking about the subject for several years. Cause to experience or suffer or make liable or vulnerable to. He subjected me to his awful poetry. Grammar. One of the two main constituents of a sentence. The grammatical constituent about which something is predicated. Likely to be affected by something. The bond is subject to taxation. Logic. The first term of a proposition. Make accountable for. He did not want to subject himself to the judgments of his superiors. An instrumentality needed for an undertaking or to perform a service. A system of means and activities whereby a social institution functions. The complex machinery of negotiation. Machines are machine systems collectively. Liquid preparation having a soothing or antiseptic or medicinal action when applied to the skin. The act of bringing something to bear, using it for a particular purpose. He advocated the application of statistics to the problem. The work of applying something. The doctor prescribed a topical application of iodine. A program that gives a computer instructions that provide the user with tools to accomplish a task. He has tried several different word processing applications. A diligent effort. It is a job requiring serious application. A verbal or written request for assistance or employment or admission to a school. December 31st is the deadline for applications. The action of putting something into operation. The application of maximum thrust. The act of bringing something to bear, using it for a particular purpose. The branch of engineering that deals with the creation and management of systems that integrate people and materials and energy in productive ways. The branch of engineering that deals with the construction of buildings, as distinguished from architecture as a design art. The branch of engineering science in which biological science is used to study the relation between workers and their environments. Application of biological principles to the study and design of engineering systems, especially electronic systems. The branch of engineering science in which biological science is used to study the relation between workers and their environments. The branch of molecular biology that studies the use of microorganisms to perform specific industrial processes. Biotechnology produced genetically altered bacteria that solved the problem. The activity of applying chemistry to the solution of practical problems. The branch of engineering that is concerned with the design and construction and operation of the plants and machinery used in industrial chemical processes. The branch of engineering concerned with the design and construction of such public works as dams or bridges. The branch of engineering science that studies, with the aid of computers, computable processes and structures. The procedure of calculating, determining something by mathematical or logical methods. The branch of engineering science that studies, with the aid of computers, computable processes and structures. The branch of engineering science that studies the uses of electricity and the equipment for power generation and distribution and the control of machines and communication. The branch of engineering science that studies the uses of electricity and the equipment for power generation and distribution and the control of machines and communication. The branch of engineering science in which biological science is used to study the relation between workers and their environments. The activity of designing and constructing aircraft. The branch of engineering science concerned with the design and construction of aircraft. The branch of engineering that deals with the creation and management of systems that integrate people and materials and energy in productive ways. The branch of engineering that deals with the use of computers and telecommunications to retrieve and store and transmit information.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.